What I loved about that peach cake was its simplicity. It's just fresh peaches and a really simple dough. And I'm going to take the idea of that and use some great quality peaches, some marzipan and puff pastry. Now, first of all, for our peaches, what you need to do is peel them. Now, Steve and Joanne's idea of peeling peaches would be to blanch them. The problem is with that, unless you get fresh peaches like theirs are, it can drop to bits. So the best way to do it is using a blowtorch. A gas hob will work just as well. Once the peach is black, remove the skin with a clean tea towel. And the most important thing with this is the peach stays nice and firm. After a quick rinse, carefully cut the peach in half. And then just twist. Now also as a base for this, we're going to use 2 ingredients that are fresh out of the fridge. Ready-made puff pastry and marzipan. On a floured surface, roll out the pastry nice and thin. Now what I loved about that peach cake was its texture underneath. And particularly they get that out of the really good quality peaches, but also the dough that's underneath it. It's kind of like an enriched yeast dough. But it does take a little while to make, but you can get similar sort of taste and effect using ready-made puff pastry. And the great thing about ready-made puff pastry nowadays, that it's made with proper butter. And because of that, you get really good flavour. Once the pastry is rolled out, cut out your base using the peach as a template. Just as you get to the top, take this bit and create a nice little leaf. Decorate the leaf, then prick the centre of the pastry to make sure it cooks through. Then slice your marzipan. This is just almonds, sugar and water. That's how you make marzipan. And you can buy this from any supermarket, really. But go for the one that's natural in colour. Don't go for the one that's like a fluorescent day-glow orange colour. The marzipan lies on the pastry, then slice half the peach and place onto the pastry whilst keeping its shape. And then a little bit of egg wash. But the idea is just to keep it as simple as they did, really. When you've got ingredients as good as that, you don't really need to do anything else with it. A sprinkle of sugar and it's into a really hot oven. And while that's baking, what I'm going to do is still simplify it, but do a garnish that's traditional with peaches, and particular peach melba. Heat some sugar until it goes a nice even golden brown colour, then add some orange juice. The basis of this is used for many sauces, the most classic of which is crêpe Suzette, but this caramelisation works really well with the peaches. To the caramel, add pistachios, almonds and raspberries. Delicious. With my peach pastry ready, I give it another quick blast of the blowtorch for some colour, and then it's ready to plate. Now what I do love about this is the texture that you get from that marzipan. You get this wonderful sort of soft texture, and then the added benefit, of course, is this classic sort of garnish, which you've got caramelised sugared almonds and the raspberries. And then for a nice added kick, just some vanilla ice cream. And there you have it, my take on a classic Baltimore peach cake.